Hi, everyone. Welcome back to GGF again. This is a follow up of our last meeting where we were kicking off the Microsoft program. We're very happy to have you here. We hope you're having a great week. And this is just a follow up on ideas that Ross and the rest of you were discussing during that meeting that we really want to implement during the Microsoft program and then also maybe with future clients. So now I'm passing it off to Ross, who has been helping us in building this tool for your service and the service of our clients.
Happy New Year, everyone. Sorry I don't get to see your faces, but I'm sure we will soon. So Manolo and I have been talking over the last month plus about the idea of supporting our client. And I'm certain that you already do this in unique personal ways, but one of the things that we had said that might be powerful for GGF to do is to create a list of micro tasks that would help our clients move from the coaching session to the next coaching session, supporting them on unique subjects that they might be struggling with. And so some examples would be managing team, difficult conversations, emotional intelligence, stress. Like you and we all have helped our clients with those subjects in the arc of coaching. And so this idea of microtasks is that each of us voluntarily come with a little bit of the tools or perspective or questions or articles, and we're going to show you what it looks like right now in its most basic form. But basically, each of us to be able to create 10 to 15 of these micro tasks so that each of us, when we go to our coaching sessions and we finish them, we go and search this library of possible micro tasks to be able to send to our client. And then in that period of time, we send it to them and we might check in on the next session like, I sent you that, how did it go? And then move on to the coaching session. So it's not necessarily about giving them homework, not that at all. As you know, coaches aren't there to give homework. It's about diving and gaining perspective on the issues that our client has. We thought this would be a value add, not only for each of us, taking some of our perspective and tools, readings, and putting it all in one place so it makes our boat rise in the seas a little higher, gives a higher quality, I think, to our client in the end. So let's dive into this. Manolo, you're going to share your screen. So how does it happen? What we ask you to do is come into, the link will be in this email that you'll get. And what it will look like is a spreadsheet. And over on the top left, it'll have the title of the task. The top one that Manolo is on is called Managing or Coaching His or Her Team. And everything to the right of that is steps. So it will introduce the idea. It'll talk about coaching your team to success and what's the aim, right? Gives them a little bit of meat, something to read on and reflect on. And then what is employee coaching? It gives them sort of a perspective. And then finding the right time. Again, having engagements with your team and giving information or coaching takes time, commitment. So again, this, you can see that there's a mini structure, and you can go through it when you get this link and look at it and be like, this is a fairly complex one, and it doesn't have to be this complex. It can be simple and say like, have you thought about this question? And here's a statement by a leading expert in the field or a quote from somebody, and what about this question? And so the second task is about, I believe it's called Overwork and Overwhelmed. So if your client is overworked and overwhelmed, how do you deal with this complex world? Feeling overloaded and dealing with those. Here's a quote. If you're feeling overwhelmed, here's some key strategies to try. And then it goes and shares with them some key strategies. Again, we're not advice giving. That's not our job as a coach. But we can, as GGF, support our clients in gaining perspective by reading things. The third task is an article by HBR. So again, we've set this up to be pretty simple in that you can come into this document, go to this section on the A column, provide a task, an article, it can even just be a sheet, and you can reference and load that sheet. It could be a worksheet on values. I know that I've used values in the past, and you could just simply say values worksheet, give us the link, it's on Google Drive, and then we can share that perspective with the client in between sessions or you can share that. Again, we're happy to field questions. What we'd like, again, I'll state it again, is by the end of January, if each of us puts 2 or 3 in here, we're going to have more than enough for this, we'll say, the kickoff into the Microsoft world. And we're definitely going to refine this. This is not something that you need to carry the weight of. You can just simply share 1 or 2 articles that you feel are helpful, or 1 or 2 sheets that you've used with your clients that have been really powerful at the beginning or the middle or at the end of a coaching session. That is, as I said, something that will lift us all in serving this, this Microsoft client. So over to you, Manolo. Anything else you want to say?
Nothing, Ross. I believe you did a great job presenting the tool. And the last message is just like, this is just a way for us to perform better, like to work as a group, as a team with this specific client. But the idea is that we can reiterate this with future clients. Remember, for Microsoft, this is not mandatory. This is not an obligation. It's just something additional that we believe it could be helpful for the participant, but also to each of the coaches that are participating of this program. So we really look forward to see your additions to the document and that you can use them throughout this experience with Microsoft. Thank you very much, coaches. See you soon.
Yeah, thank you. And one last thing, you might be like, I'm not sure I can use this spreadsheet and share it with my client like this. Don't worry about that at all. That's something that we're going to work on. We're going to try to create a system where it might just be a couple sheets. We might create a task followed by another task, page 2, page 3. It might just be a sheet that is GGF letterheaded that we send, and like, here's the PDF. Here's something that you might want to read. Again, so don't worry about how it shows up in the client's hands. What we're trying to do is collect from you helpful things to help our clients gain perspective. We're going to work on that. That's a journey that we're going to work on. And if you have any ideas, we're happy to work those into the plan as it evolves. This is an evolving process that we would like to encourage you to take part in. So as Manolo said, no pressure. Come play in this sandbox of micro tasks, and I have a feeling that we're all going to find some pretty cool outcomes as we use them moving forward in Microsoft. So happy New Year. Good to see you all.
Bye.